Import and export of chickens between Swaziland and South Africa has been suspended following the outbreak of bird flu in Mpumalanga, South Africa. This was revealed by the Director of Veterinary Services, Dr. Xolani Dlamini, who says the kingdom is in danger, thus the suspension.
The South African Veterinary Authority reported an outbreak of highly pathogenic avian flu, also known as bird flu, in a broiler breeding farm in Villiers in Mpumalanga. The disease is suspected to have been introduced by wild birds. This is a very serious disease that can decimate the poultry industry. As such, the veterinary department is obligated to implement the strictest prevention in accordance to the Animal Act. The Director of Veterinary Services in the Ministry of Agriculture, Dr. Xolani Dlamini, says Swaziland is a neighboring country to South Africa. Therefore, the country is in danger. Dlamini says exporting and importing has been suspended between the two countries.
We are in danger as a country because there is a possibility that the disease can spread from South Africa to us through trade, but also it can spread from South Africa to us maybe through wild birds, because this is what has been taking the disease around the world, wild birds. Once there is a first outbreak in an area, then it spreads from chicken to chicken. So we are also on high alert. We have our teams ready to respond to any outbreak, because we want to limit the extent of an outbreak in case it happens in Swaziland.
Dlamini says the period of the suspension will be determined by how quick the disease is contained.
It's very difficult to tell what is going to happen. The suspension, the general or overall suspension will depend on whether South Africa is able to isolate, to contain and isolate the infection, so that other areas can be declared free of the disease. Then we can trade from those areas. But if the disease is not yet contained, we cannot then trade with them as yet. So the broiler industry in Swaziland in particular is looking at alternatives, especially for sourcing fertile eggs, which supply our hatcheries. We are looking at we are actually considering getting eggs from overseas, particularly from South America, a subcontinent that has not yet been affected by this bird flu.
He urges farmers to be extra vigilant, report occurrence of poultry and bird diseases to the Department of Veterinary and Livestock Services immediately. For Swazi TV News, I'm Lungelele Makakula with Smuva Shongwe in Babane.